Hey, welcome back to Car Talks, where I rant, ramble, rave, and word about my thoughts on training, life, and fitness, and talking a little bit about building an aerobic base. Just because I saw somebody running as in the rain of all things, so props to them. But being able to understand, especially if you're trying to maximize strength, that there's other ways to build an aerobic base. We want to build some semblance of aerobic capacity in a base because it's going to help you recover. Right? If we increase the amount of blood that you can circulate throughout your body, you're going to get a better delivery of nutrients to different areas to be able to help recover, as well as being able to kind of cycle out some of the waste and kind of the byproducts of energy production from, be able to flush out lactic acid and things like that, which lactic acid is just the accumulation, or at least the buildup of it is just the accumulation of excess because your body can't make alactic anaerobic energy fast enough. So lactic, not alactic, but lactic. Anyway, but being able to sit there and build an aerobic base, there's a couple of different ways we can do that within inside a strength training session. I actually sent this in an email to a basketball player that had emailed me and reached out about increasing conditioning without losing power and without losing strength. And one of those things you can use EMOM training, but if we can get the heart rate up and do kind of some, not necessarily lower volume, but being able to do short repeated bouts in the weight room with exercises. So I love to use the example, a front squat on the minute, every minute, right? EMOM training actually came out of weightlifting. It didn't come out of CrossFit. And being able to understand that we can keep the heart rate consistently high for periods of time using weight room implements without sacrificing technique and quality of movement and without getting into too much of this long, slow, steady state cardio. So what we're looking is at, your 3 sets of 10 build an aerobic base, but we could do 10 sets of 3 front squats at 50% on the minute, every minute for 10 to 15 minutes. Not only going to build strength, you're going to build a little hypertrophy, you're also going to build that aerobic system. That's one of those ways that you can kind of help build it. And there's other ways. Cal Dietz is one of those strength coaches who's kind of at the cutting edge of training. One of his favorites is something like 1 back squat at 50% and 1 bench press at 50%, alternating those 2 exercises just back and forth for 8 to 12 minutes. And that seems to be a pretty good way of getting the heart rate up, but also not sacrificing the strength and power gains. So there's a couple different ways to skin the cat. We'll probably do another couple videos on these. But just to know that it's important to build an aerobic base and that you can do it in the weight room is something I think lifters in general or strength and power athletes really can consider in order to increase their performance. So just something for you to think about. And until next time, we'll see you in the passenger seat.